generations in a showcase of local classical singing. The NCIC's Indian Heritage Month Marathon from 10 a.m. on Indian Arrival Day, right here on TTT.
It's now about 20 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock on this Friday morning, where, of course, we are celebrating the Indian Arrival Day holiday, which will be commemorated on Monday. Now, we're going to be talking to a representative from the National Council for Indian Culture, Mr. Sean Ranjit, and we're going to be talking about the 177th anniversary of the arrival of the East Indian indentured laborers to Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Ranjit, good morning. Namaste.
Namaste, and to everyone. Good morning. You look quite lovely, Kimberly.
Thank you. Coming from you, I really appreciate this. So thank you so much.
Yes. I'm excited to see what Mr. Rockers has on as well too. I think
we're going to pan to him in a minute.
Actually, I feel like I'm looking in a similar color to you this morning, you know, Sean.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're going to a bit of color coordination.
Yeah, man. All right, Sean, so talk to us. What is the National Council of Indian Culture doing this weekend to celebrate the 177th anniversary?
So well, in addition to having a lot of activity for this weekend, the NCIC has had a lot of activity during the month of May. Mm-hmm. So for the month of May, we've actually branded it Indian Heritage Month. So we decided for this year to focus on a couple of like cultural shows to kind of highlight, the various forms of song and dance. Mm-hmm. So we've had three shows already in the past. Lok Sanskriti, which is an evening of folk culture. Right. We had the Sastriya Sangeet, which was a very lovely evening of Indian classical music, and then we had last week Saturday an evening of local classical music around singing. Mm-hmm. So this weekend we're actually going to have a wonderful evening of dance, and then it will be culminated on the holiday itself on Indian Arrival Day. Where we're going to have our grand cultural show, Kirmitya Ki Yatra, Journey of the Indentures, where it's like a culmination of all these smaller shows, and we have one big grand celebration. So the grand celebration on Monday starts at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's at the NCIC grounds. Mm-hmm. We certainly invite everyone to come, and support us.
Now, Mr. Ranjit, I mean, you just said that, the NCIC has branded the month of May as Indian Heritage Month. How important do you think it is to continue to, commemorate the arrival of the indentured laborers?
Oh, it's extremely important, for us as we see it, we see it as our mandate to kind of, highlight, the different aspects of the culture, whether it be song, dance, fashion, food. And, we see it as, our responsibility to educate the nation as to, the struggles of our forefathers. Yeah. And to bring that, to highlight and that to ensure that, generations to come, understand and appreciate, what happened in the past, the different, traditions and everything like that. So it's really, really important to us. And, we just got it started this year, and we're hoping for next year that, we could expand, the shows and the exhibitions to something that's even bigger. In addition to the shows as well, I forgot to mention that we're also having a book festival and a visual arts and poster display, which we're having every day from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., at the NCIC Diwali Nagar grounds. So you can come out and look at that and get to experience the culture. And, educate yourself and understand, the different aspects of it. Yeah. And that is going to run until the 6th of June. So it's not going to finish, after, before the holidays. So you still have some time, to invite the public to come and visit.
Now, Mr. Ranjit, as you mentioned, that education aspect, I know we have the month of May where we can, get some education around the indentured laborers. But do you think more could be done in the school system so that we can, understand, who these ancestors were?
Most definitely. So I think like for these exhibitions as well, one of our initiatives was to actually target schools and to have schools come in to see these exhibitions and to give them personalized tours to understand the various aspects of the culture. And I think that on the 4th of June, we're actually going to have some workshops on, how to create craft, storytelling, so that we could certainly expose, all children of Trinidad and Tobago, on the various aspects of Indian culture. And like I said, it's just getting started, for this year, and we hope to expand it next year for sure.
Yeah. Now, Sean, and speaking about heritage and preserving it and being able to educate people about it, I know along the way things would have evolved. So I know when the 177 years ago, the things that that the ancestors would have brought to Trinidad and Tobago when they came, it would have evolved. Do we have a actual trace of the evolution of how the culture changed and morphed into what it is today?
So that is what the NCIC Heritage Center is about. So, as we're trying to basically, get the academics and all this information into basically one center where, we could come and educate. So there are books. Some we do have in possession. Other organizations and entities do have, like books of where, when our ancestors first arrived. And you could actually do some tracing of, to see, who was your forefathers.
Yeah.
And one of our initiatives as well too is to, to bring that and to kind of, collate everything. And one of my mandates actually is to not only just collate it, but to actually, do it in a digital form. So the NCIC is actually looking to go into digital transformation where we can make this information accessible not only to, members of Trinidad and Tobago, but to the region and to any educational institute that's very interested in learning about us.
Now, Mr. Ramjet, of course, we at TTT, we live for local, and I believe that the NCIC has a partnership with us, right?
Yes, so I'm very excited about this one in that, all the shows that we've had, is from Wednesday, we've actually started to show, a lot of the cultural shows that we've had, for the month, and it culminates, I think, for the first time ever, and I could be wrong, for the first time, we actually have a completely local marathon, where on Monday from 10 a.m. to like 5 p.m., where the NCIC is actually, I guess for lack of a better word, taking over TTT. We're providing, entertainment and education, for everyone. And I'm very, very excited about that. And I would like to thank, the wonderful family at TTT for, assisting us in this endeavor.
Nice. Now, I know that we had a representative earlier on the week, and he was talking about the portraits exhibition and also that early year of theater that you guys would have been actually offering. I mean, why was the focus on that early period? Is it because it's more of the traditional Indian culture rather than what we're seeing now?
Well, it's more of a phase basis. So I think what Dr. Gupta was doing at that point is, he wanted to start at the beginning. So, and he posted a space really about Indian cinema. So I think he's focusing from the early period, I believe, 1939 to the early 60s, 70s. And then I believe next year he's going to look at a period from the 1970s to maybe the early 90s. So, it's a phased approach. It's a lot of information to take in. So I think from where we stood, we looked at, doing it in a phased approach because it's certainly a lot of information.
Well, Mr. Ranjit, I mean, we're looking forward to the takeover, as you said, on Monday. It's going to remind me of when I was younger, and, on 2 and 13, you used to look out for all those Indian movies that used to come on. I think it was on a Sunday.
On a Sunday,
so, of course, it's going to be reminiscent of that as well, and we look forward to it. And we, of course, congratulations on all the work that NCIC has been doing just to preserve the culture and also educate others like us who may not know, how important it is to remember the heritage. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
No problem. And if you may allow me quickly, on behalf of Dr. Devkinandan Sharma, President of the NCIC, and the rest of the Board of Directors, we would certainly like to wish all of Trinidad and Tobago a very happy Indian Arrival Day. And again, we invite you all on the holiday to please come to the NCIC and enjoy the entertainment. Come and experience the culture with us.
Nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Ranjit. Have a good one. And of course, happy Indian Arrival Day to you as well.
Thank you so much, Kimberly.
And that was Mr. Sean Ranjit, the ICT officer at the National Council for Indian Culture, just sharing how the council, in fact, has been, doing the work behind the background.
Yeah, now, one of the things Sean mentioned just now was, the theatrical aspect of things. And one of the ways that the Indian culture has been able to preserve that is doing Ram Leela. Now, Ram Leela is a dramatic folk reenactment of the holy scripture, the Ramayana, and the life of Sri Ram. Traditionally, it takes place over 7 to 10 consecutive days. Shiva Gana has been doing annual Ram Leela celebrations for over 30 years and is one of the premier Ram Leela groups in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, they have taken their acts in places such as the Diwali Nagar and even represented Trinidad and Tobago on the Global Ram Leela Festival put together by the Ayodhya Research Institute in India. Now, these excerpts we are about to share with you guys, there are 3 aspects of the Ram Leela taking place. Here's the fight scene depicting Sri Ram and his brother Lashman fighting demons. Check this out.